Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. I am Farahelisya Binti Yasri, the Secretary of Danbam Berhad, and today I will start on briefing about the agenda meeting about our CSR event. So, our agenda meeting is on 3rd September 2021 that took place on 10 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. The location is at room 10, and the attendees that joined our meeting is Muhammad Syafiq bin Hishammudin, the Executive in Human Resources Department. Muhammad Ridzhan bin Ridzuan is the Project Planner, and the recruiter is Dayana Elissa Binti Mustafa Kamil. So our agenda meeting is going to start at 10 a.m. That we will start on by welcoming speech from Executive in Human Resource Department. We will discuss about where to start the location of the CSR event and the distribution of basic need essential. Not just that, we'll also talk about the transportation during the event and also to discuss about the activity planner of the CSR event. At 10:40 a.m., we will proceed to discuss about the recruitment of the volunteer staff for the event. We will also talk about the selection of the participant volunteer staff and to discuss about the incentive money for the staff that join the event. And at 11 a.m., we will be discussing about the financial budget planning, and also we will talk about the total quantity of the item to buy and decides the location placed by the basic needs essential. And last but not least is at 11:30 a.m. we will inform about the ideas and the summary of the event. So basically, we will talk about the conclusion of volunteer staff that confirm can be joined and the latest update on the preparation of the CSR event and wish and hope and targeted that can achieve after the event ends. So without further ado, I will pass on to our executive in Human Resources Department, Muhammad Syafiq bin Hishammudin, to start the meeting. Start briefing about
Okay, thank you, our secretary, for the simple briefing for today. Okay, so assalamualaikum and good morning to you guys. So I hope you guys are in the ping today and have breakfast already. So today, uh, I would like to, as a Farahelisya mentioned about the CSR, we want to handle the CSR event. So as in the agenda meeting, so we want to discuss about where to start the location of the CSR event. Okay, so I'm planning to distribute the food in Penang, in which means they have one transit center, which means the homeless transit center there. So we can distribute the homeless people there in Penang. So I think it can benefit all the people in Penang, especially for the homeless people in Penang lah, because you know the statistic of the Penang people are homeless is quite higher after the Kuala Lumpur. So I think it can benefit them lah. So what do you guys think? How about you, Ridzhan?
From my perspective, I think I can agree with you to do it outside the Klang Valley because it is take too much budget. So I suggest that we do it around the Kuala Lumpur and Selangor. Like there is a few distribution place that's suitable for DCSR at Kuala Lumpur, like Pusat Transit Gelandangan Jalan Pahang. Other than that, Pusat Khidmat Gelandangan Medan Tuanku, and also Pusat Pembelajaran Komuniti Jalan Chowkit. That is for the Kuala Lumpur section. For the Selangor, we can do it at Persatuan Rumah Caring Kajang Selangor and also at Astana Budi, Sungai Buloh Selangor.
I think it can be considered because yes, because of the budget. I think that is the main point lah. Because the budget, because we want to distribute there because we are from Klang Valley to Penang it takes like much cost, including the fuel and toll prices. So Dayana, Lisa, how about you? Do you have any suggestion or you agree with the reason?
For me, from my point of view, I agree with the Rizhan because I think we should prefer to the Klang Valley area Because for the Penang it will took too much time and also the budget. So I prefer we distribute to the Klang Valley area.
Okay, I think I also agree with the Ridzuan decision because yes, it takes a low cost. So I think for Alicia, for the secretary, you can take note about what we will discuss today before we further move. Okay, so we will be planning to distribute around Klang Valley lah, including the Pusat Transit Gelandangan Kuala Lumpur as Rizhan mentioned lah. Okay, I think we have finalized the distribution place. So the second is about the distribution of basic need essential. Okay, as we know, the basic need essential macam like including uh toothbrush, Maggie, rice, or sugar. So I think we have did our CSR event before, but I think Rizhan, you are project planner, right? So I think you are more expert about this basic needs essential. So do you know what the thing that we can distribute for them?
So from uh, our old CSR that we used to do, basically we distribute basic needs at home like the foods, canned food, and essential needs like toothpaste, body wash, something for the healthcare, something like that. Like for roughly the unit that we need to distribute is 500 unit per item, which is, for example, for the toothbrush value pack, it is a toothbrush and toothpaste together. Like it is cost 12 ringgit per unit. So roughly total 6,000 ringgit for the total 500 unit. That is for the basic needs essential.
Uh, do you mind to tell me how the 6,500 is including uh how much people?
Okay, for the 6,000, that is for one family with five or uh, we basically take it for 50 to 100 family. So five member per family. Roughly it is per item for 6,000. It is 400, 500 unit. Okay. So there is much more items such as food, rice, and canned food, which is that canned food is cost 9 ringgit per unit. So we need to get 500 units, so it costs 4,500 ringgit. For the rice, we need to get around 50 units, so it costs 12 ringgit per unit. So it takes 6 to 7,000 ringgit per for 50 unit. So there is a roughly count for the basic and essential budget that we need to get. So totally we have to get 51 to 53,000 ringgit for the budget for this CSR event.
I think also it can be considerate because the project planner Moriza have a experience about the distribution basic needs, and I guess the price for the whole basic needs I think is can be considerate also. So I think we can finalize this total price and also the list of the basic needs essentials. So I think yes, I agree with the Rizhan, and I think we can use it as our CSR event lah. So moving on to the next agenda, we will talk about the transportation during the event. Okay, as I know, the normal transportation to mobilize to another places, we will prefer to use 4x4, which mean 4x4 car, which mean they have a trunk, a bigger trunk to put uh, the distribution basic needs, the division of our basic needs and essential. So I guess 4x4 is a really strategic transportation because it can be save cost most importantly. So do you think 4x4 is okay for us to use as our CSR event? So Dayana, Elissa, do you think agree with me, or maybe you have another suggestion, like, you know, maybe you have.
Alright, for me, from point of my view, I think I agree with you. I think we should use the 4 and 4 car. So I think because it's much more easy to move to another place lah.
I'm sorry, so
Alright.
you agree with me, or you have another?
No, I agree with you lah
Okay, so
to
Rizan, do
use
you have any
the 4
suggestion?
and 4 wheels.
Okay, so Rizan, do you have any suggestion?
Yes, I'm also agree with you. So I want to briefly explain for the budget if we use the 4x4 transportation. So for the 4x4 car, we need to get a 6 unit of them. So what we need to see in the budget is for the fuels and tolls. For the fuel for the 6 unit, we have to get 50 ringgit per unit. So the total is 500 ringgit for the 6 unit car. For the tolls is a round trip, which is around 10 ringgit per car. So the total is 60 ringgit for all the 6 car.
6 car for whole Klang Valley, I think it's okay lah. It's okay, and I think the price point is really affordable. Okay, I think we use 4x4 wheel lah, because based on the CSR before, we use 4x4 also. So I think we can use the same agency, which mean LRK Transportation Sendirian Berhad. They provide the 4x4 wheel. So I think we also already have we also being a regular customer with them. So I think we can try to uh, deal with deal with them about the 4x4. Maybe we can get more cheaper for the one for the per day. Okay, we try to consider with the company, the particular company. Okay, so I think yes, 4x4. Okay, we stick with six cars, isn't it, Rizan?
Yes, it is 6 car 4x4.
All right. Okay, so I think for the transportation, I think we will it's already done for the transportation. So for Alicia, you jot down, isn't it? Uh, okay. So okay, let's move on to the activity planner. So this is about the activity planner of the CSR event. So what you guys think? How many days that we can do for this CSR event? Do you guys any suggestion? Diana, Lisa?
Okay, for the CSR event, I think for the activity planner, it should be 3 days for us to distribute the essentials thing to the homeless. So I think 3 days is enough for our company CSR event.
3 days. How about you, Rizhan? Do you have any suggestion?
I think I'm agree with Dayana. So 3 days is enough for us to distribute all the essential needs.
So 3 days. What do you think we can do for the 3 days tentative? So anyone have a suggestion about the tentative for day one, day two, and day three? Rizhan, or maybe Diana, Elisa? I think we can start with Ridzhan.
Okay, so my suggestion is maybe on the first day we can gather all the teams members to go out together and get all the essential needs, like which is we can go and buy it at supermarket or other place. We also can packing the food by the category, packing the essential and distribute it on the nearest location first.
How about Dayana? Do you have any additional tentative?
For me, I agree with the Ridzhan about the tentative program. For the additional, no.
Okay, I think it can be considered. I think we can choose. We can add on for the day 3. Maybe we can give some volunteers tentative for the volunteers who join the CSR. Okay, so maybe we can have a break. Maybe can bring 30 the volunteers to join to get sightseeing in around KLCC. Maybe we can add on for the last day. Just give some refresh or maybe some free time for them. Okay, just make in case to make they are happy lah the distribution. So Farahelisya, I think you can add on uh a free and easy activity for the volunteers around KL, such as KLCC and so on. So I think the tentative is already finalized, and I think it's okay. It's great. A good idea about the tentative. So I guess for the event information, I think it's already done. Okay, we do nice. Okay, we did nice for this today. So I think we can proceed with the recruitment of the staff or volunteers towards the CSR event. I think Dayana Lisa as a recruiter, I think she's more expert about this recruitment. So can you explain me what have you done, or maybe you have a plan about the volunteer staff recruitment?
Okay, alright. So first, Assalamualaikum, and I'm Dayana Elissa, and a leader for the recruiter team. Alright, so for today, I will tell our new updates lah regarding the CSR program. So our first agenda is regarding volunteers, as you know. And okay, for our recruiter team, we has posted the information or posted about our program that we need the volunteers in the Klang Valley area for the distribution for the homeless, and we actually has posted it on our official Instagram lah. So we actually already receive many response from the public who volunteer to join our program lah, and for for you guys information, uh, actually our team has made the volunteering Google form, and also we put it on the our official Instagram, the link, so people who want to join the program will can follow our Instagram and like fill in the form lah to participate the volunteer. And for your information, we also actually give 1 week to them to fill in the Google form in our Instagram official bio. Alright, so okay, for the participant or the volunteer, we actually we already received 30 people to 30 people of the submission of volunteer that really want to join our CSR program based on the date that we based on uh, based on the activity planner for our CSR event lah. And for the volunteer, we are using the Google form. We receive 13 women and 17 men on the volunteer. So you guys, so Muhammad Syafiq, are you okay with that?
I think it's really detailed volunteer or staff person that you recruit. I think it's okay. So, but before we start recruit, I hope your team or maybe you as a recruiter can have an interview first before uh, finalizing the stuff lah, or maybe the volunteers who already filling in the Google form, because we need some of people yang people in the quality people lah for our CSR event, because you know CSR event is about we need to uh, maintain our image as a company, as a Danbam Senior Berhad. So we need to find a quality employee or maybe quality volunteer lah. Okay, so Dayana, can you?
Alright. Okay. For that, I agree. And based on what you said, we from that we actually already collect some data for the interview and also the personal info in case that like you say you want to interview, so we will using the Google form to interview them. Alright. So we move to the next agenda, which is the incentive money for the volunteer. Okay. Our team, uh, among us, we decided to give like some incentive to the volunteer who join our program CSR. So as we discussed, our CSR program is conducted for 3 days, right? And it's like our sign of the appreciation to our from our company towards the volunteer. We decided to give the incentive money. So our plan is to give volunteer around RM 20 ringgit for each other. So uh based on that, like I said, for the participant of the volunteer, we receive 30 people. So for the 30 people volunteer, the total money is 600. So how about Shafi or Ridzhan? Are you okay with that, with the incentive money? RM 20 ringgit for them?
So maybe Ridzuan can give a suggestion if you agree with the incentive money.
I think I'm agree with that. I think our company can provide the incentive money for the volunteer. So I think I'm agree with the 30 ringgit per person.
Alright, so I also this is 20 ringgit is based from our budget. As you know, our budget is not we like our budget is a little bit tight. So I suggest RM 20 ringgit lah for each other volunteer. So as you know, this money is the source of this money is from our budget itself. And I hope this incentive RM 20 ringgit can be we can give to them as our appreciation for the volunteer. So okay, so that's all from our team, recruiter team, updates regarding this program. Alright, so I will pass it to the next agenda, which is a financial budget planning.
Before that, okay, I think uh, I big disagree about about Dayana and Elissa, because I think about the budget we can try to be considered lah. I think about the 30 ringgit, isn't it, Dayana and Elissa, for per person?
RM 20 ringgit for each person.
20 ringgit. 20 ringgit. I think I will try to propose with uh with my team, I think we can consider to increase our incentive lah. We will try to discuss with the finance department. Okay, we will try to discuss because because our volunteer is really sacrificing their time to join our CSR. I think we can be increase a bit about the incentive. I think yes, we can consider about this. So I think we can consider lah. So yes. So about the financial budget planning, I think Ridzhan already mentioned about the financial. Okay. So the second, I think just one thing I think that we are not discussed about, which is the location placed by the basic needs essential. So do you have? I think Ridzhan, we will explain about this. Do you have any? I think a supplier or any supermarket that you already planned?
For that, I think my suggestion is we go and get the basic needs essential at the giant supermarket because it is provide a lot of Malaysian stuff. I mean stuff that made in Malaysia, so we can get all the stuff there and it can give a reasonable price at there.
I'm sorry, what the name of the supplier? Our supplier?
Giant supermarket.
So the Giant Supermarket will be our supplier for this CSR event, and I hope you can deal with the supermarket supplier to give an offer or maybe some discount because we buy the basic needs in bulk, means in a lot of items. I mean, in a one time. So I think you can try to negotiate with the supplier lah about the price. Can you?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, I think about the event information. So we have already discussed about location. Okay, we have done one. Then second is about the distribution. We already list the basic needs, and the third about the transportation. Also, we have already done. I think about the activity plan also we have done, which is 3 days. Okay, so I think that's all from this CSR event. I think our CSR event is already complete all the information. So without any further, I think, okay, so Farahelisya, as a secretary, can you try to make a summary about our discussion? Maybe you uh can explain or maybe can tell us what you have jot down. Maybe because we scared that you miss the information about our event lah, our discussion today. So can you?
Okay, so I will proceed to uh, sum up the meeting that you all have been discussed. So the first one is location of the CSR event. So it will start at around Klang Valley area, which is in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor. That took place at Pusat Transit Gelandangan Jalan Pahang, Pusat Khidmat Gelandangan Medan Tuanku, Pusat Pembelajaran Komuniti Jalan Chaukit, Persatuan Rumah Caring Kajang Selangor and Astana Budi. And the distribution of basic need essential such as toiletries as in toothpaste, toothbrush. Other than that is food basic need, which is rice, sugar, salt, flour, and so on. So the transportation during the event, which is it is provided by the LRT company that provide 6 of 4x4 car that we can distribute the food because it can also save costs and also have many spaces to distribute the food. And the activity planner of the CSR event is going on for 3 days, which is day one, we will have to gather all the essential needs and distribute on nearest location. And day two also we have to distribute the food at the nearest location. And the last day on day three is we seek to ask the volunteer that to participate in our CSR event. For 30 participants is to distribute the food on the very last day, to distribute the food together with the staff and the team. And also we at the end of the day we go sightseeing around Kuala Lumpur. And the recruitment of the volunteer for the for the event that discussed earlier is the selection of the participant volunteer staff. We we choose the participant from very active person that we took from Google form that we received 30 people of volunteers, and the location place to buy the basic need essential is from Giant Supermarket. And I think that's all. To sum up the our CSR event that will be ongoing, and I think that's all the event about.
Okay, I think yes. I guess there's no any missing information about what we discussed about that. All right. So, Farahelisya, you will appoint to do a proposal about our CSR event, and you have to send to me and also to the upper management. Maybe in 1 week before the event, our event start lah. Okay, so we have don't worry, we have another meeting after this. So yes, so Farisha, can you provide me the proposal after this?
Yeah, sure, noted that.
Okay, so from the Dayana and Muhammad Ridzhan side, do you have any question about this event or any improvement or something like additional? Also, Farahelisya, if you have any suggestion.
I think that's all from me.
Yes, I think that's all also from me.
Yep.
So from the Dayana.
There's nothing for me to add, so I think that's all from me.
All right, I guess there's no any question. So we will adjourn this meeting. So don't worry, guys. After this meeting, you have some snacks. I already buy the snack for you guys to have a cup of coffee and some kueh mueh. So yes, we will adjourn the meeting today. And yes, see you in another meeting. And good luck for you guys for your planning and stay safe.
All right. Thank you, Syafiq.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, thank you everyone.